welcome to HawkTalk. It's Hawk's Geek Culture Podcast, where we talk about geek stuff, nerdy stuff, and all sorts of awesome. My name is Danny Shepard, and I just had a big cup of coffee. So joining me, as always, is my lovable band of ridiculous men, starting with Tony Smith.
What it do, baby boo?
Jeremy Lee.
That young.
What?
Noel Shefflin.
What's poppin', y'all? Let's get it. Who it is? I am me, brother.
Oh, okay. It was a Hulk Hogan thing. I thought it was a.
I thought I was going with Rob Zombie.
I thought it was metal. Something metal.
Burning the witches and slamming the witches and burning
Rob Zombie
in the
is
back
metal.
of my neck.
Can you take me higher?
Creed. It always goes to Creed.
He just switched
Right?
the radio
Creed or
station.
Nickelback.
Right?
How did that work?
No, it works. It doesn't work?
So if Rob Zombie's watching, he's like, yeah, so Creed and me. No, not even the same.
So what happened was
Not even the same
you were
room.
driving and Ange changed the radio station on you just now. And that's what
Dude, that's such a good video idea, dude. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Like we're on our way to a convention, and it pretends like Angie's pressing a button, and
it's just your guys' voice.
And we just keep changing songs, but we're all doing it. That's great. I like that. That's funny.
And joining us all the way
Boy.
from Gold Coast, Australia.
From the future.
You'll also notice that his accent is also he's doing a great American accent for us today.
Trying, man.
Great
Adonis
American
Lewis.
accent.
Yeah, boy.
Ya boy.
Ya boy.
Welcome
Ya
back,
boy.
man. When's the last time you were on the show?
Oh,
The last
man.
time?
Wow. Before
Probably
I left.
the last time.
Yeah, it was
Before I
definitely
left,
before you left.
for sure. That's about it.
Star
Round up.
Wars.
Star.
I feel like that was the last time. Star
Rogue
Wars
One?
in
That
yeah.
was Christmas time then.
yeah. Last
Yeah.
not
Oh, that
last
was
Christmas to
Heartman.
Christmas.
That
break.
was all the way in our other studio.
what's that?
Last time you were on was VidCon. When I went to VidCon.
What was VidCon? Because we did it at VidCon.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we did it in
Facts,
our room.
hashtag facts. So a year ago.
Not the time that we were in Tony's living room.
No.
No, that
During
was
Christmas?
No, so we did Christmas. We did that one for sure. But VidCon, we did one in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So 6 months after.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
so
Kayshawn was there, right?
Kayshawn was there. See? Memories and stuff.
Kayshawnathan. So
For
if
the
you guys watch the show often, then you probably know who Adonis is. If you don't watch the show or listen to the show often, then you probably don't know who Adonis is. So Adonis, who are you, dude? What are you doing here? What are you doing in my house?
I'm that young nougat.
What are you doing in my garage,
That
man?
young nougat. No, I'm here for 5 weeks. I have like one more week left after tomorrow.
One more again.
One more official week, and I'm back in Australia.
Word.
But I'm doing this kind of travel series for my YouTube channel,
Tight.
going from convention to convention, and like what I do in between.
Sick.
Was at VidCon with Ismahawk.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, I'm the associate producer for Ismahawk.
Yeah, you are.
So
Yep.
that's why you guys see me on the Ismahawk TV channel. So,
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So blah.
Adonis also runs a show called Hawk Scout that's
Yeah.
on Ismahawk TV, where he goes over all the new tech-related stuff that's coming out for all the budding filmmakers out there. A lot of the
Yes.
equipment ranges from like stuff for people just starting out, all the way to people who have even more money than
Than everybody.
Yeah, just like the people who can afford all the expensive stuff.
And me and Jeremy just shot something really cool. So look out for that, because that's going to be really interesting. That's some cool
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Bam.
yeah.
And Adonis also is associate producer for all of our big videos. He helps us get resources and all the other good stuff to help actually make the project. So
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Adonis is a
helps
member
us-
of the team.
He helps us stay young.
That is very true, actually.
He is the youngest.
You're the fountain of young.
Forever young.
Do we really want to live forever?
I do.
Forever
I don't.
and ever.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it's good to be back, man.
Yeah.
Super fly.
Good to have
man.
you back.
I watch it every week, so I'm just like I wish I could be with the homies right now.
Yeah, man. Stomp the yard.
Next.
Oh yeah.
Okay, carrying on.
Right.
Dang, I had to ask you something, but that ridiculous comment caused me to lose my train of thought. Happens a lot lately.
What's your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If you guys don't know, it's called Absolutely Tech. So APP, Solutely Tech. And it's a tech and geek culture channel. So if you're into technology, anime, comics, primarily The Flash and Dragon Ball Super, we'll be getting to more stuff. So don't yell at me for everything.
Starting to do
And then
Game
we
of
did
Thrones
some Game of
theories.
Thrones stuff.
Yeah.
I binge watched the last 6 seasons over a 3-week period to get ready for season 7.
Ooh.
And
How
we
about
did a
that?
reaction that's on the channel, so you guys should check that out. But that
Yes.
first episode,
Bro!
It was crazy. Yeah, so if you guys want to actually see our reaction to watching this episode of Game of Thrones, check out Absolutely Tech. Which, by the way, dude, before we jump into the episode,
Wait.
your channel has grown exponentially
Yeah, it
since the
has.
last time we've been on the show. You went.
Exponentially.
Yeah, man.
Oh, do not
I'll
acknowledge
take it.
that.
I'll take it.
No, that was pretty
I'll
good,
take it.
dude.
dude.
That
I'll
was-
take it.
I like that one.
I'll take it.
No, but like, what were you at? Like maybe a couple thousand subs at that point, and now you're all the way at what, 30 something,
VidCon
37?
last year, I was at 7,500 at VidCon
Damn.
Wow. Numbers.
last year. Bro, like,
Raising the bar.
I was
Bars,
hyped.
son.
I was like, yo, I'm trying to get to 10,000 before I leave to Australia.
Yeah.
Which I left in October. I had literally hit 10,000 the day before I left.
Damn.
Damn.
And then, yeah.
Hashtag
This is
goals.
not the first time that you've met a goal like right as you wanted to set that goal. Because you just said we were at VidCon, and you were like, bro, I wanted to hit 36,000 subs before VidCon, and literally the day after
After.
VidCon, he hit 36,000.
That's so crazy.
That's
So
pretty sick, man.
That's great.
I know we have a lot of people who are watching the channel who want to know how to start a YouTube channel, and you've seen some tremendous growth. And I feel like that would be some great insight that you could offer to how you've grown your channel, because it's been a very different. You've had a very different strategy in approaching your YouTube channel than we have. So I feel like that would be really insightful for those people out there who want to start their
Yeah.
own channels. Can you like tell us what you've done and how you've seen so much growth so
Yeah.
quickly?
It's crazy too, because like when I first started, it was just around like technology. Because I'm a massive nerd. For people that know me, you guys know I'm a huge nerd. So, ironically,
You're in good company.
Danny was actually the one that put me on game because I came back. I moved to Santa Monica. I don't even know where I went.
Some
and
sand.
I came back for, I think it was Christmas, something like that. And
Yeah.
I met up with him, and he was like, "Look, like your channel's it's going well." He's like, "But like, don't just bottle yourself or box yourself into just like this specific technology stuff. Like, you're a big nerd." And I was just like, cool. Like, so I said, I'm gonna do all the stuff that I'm into that's nerd geek related. And that's what I decided to do. And from there, it was just, I just try to stay consistent. Like, I was like, I do a video a week, try to do that. And then over a period of time, like, you get better at shooting, you get better at editing, you get better at, if it's reviews, how to storytell in the review, or if it's not a review and it's just like a review of a show or whatever, like you get better through the process, but it's just more of like just doing it, I think, than really trying to aim, and never fire. So that's really all I did. And then,
Didn't you pivot your strategy at one point
Yeah.
and you jumped up like 10, 20,000
yeah,
subs
so
in a really
what-
short amount of time?
so
Started
I-
twerking, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Word.
In a handstand.
the
right.
booty.
Right.
I've
It's
heard a
all
lot about
about it.
the booty being
booty.
important
Is Bay.
for getting followers.
Would you agree, Tony? Continue.
Yeah, so about a month before VidCon, it was like May, and I was on the channel, and I just hit 15,000 subscribers, and I had a goal for myself to hit 25,000 before VidCon, which was like 5 weeks, 6 weeks out, and I was like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna hit this. Like, I was getting maybe about 1,000 subscribers a month max. So I was like, okay, I need to figure something out, and I just really focused on like, what do I like to watch? And a lot of it was around like Dragon Ball Super and Flash, but it was like, what type of content? And it was kind of like the natural thing. Like, we watched Game of Thrones last night, right?
Yeah.
Immediately after, we are like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna, like, that theory
Yeah.
idea just pops into your head
Which we are
immediately.
about to talk about.
Yeah, just like right off the bat, like that's like a natural thing of shows and stuff. So I was like, why don't I just start doing that? Because I had never done a video like that before.
Yeah.
And I did one on the Flash, uploaded it, and because of the time difference, I have to upload at like 2 a.m. for it to be like 9 a.m. here.
Damn.
So I was like, all right, so uploaded it, went to bed, woke up at like 7, and it had 80,000 views. I grew 2,000 subscribers like overnight or 5 hours.
Holy crap.
And I was like, whoa, that's interesting.
That's a big jump.
And it was one of those things where I was like, all right, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it's something different. So I tried it on Dragon Ball Super, another huge spike. And the next week I did on Flash again. That one went up to like 230,000 views overnight. I grew up like 2,000 subscribers again. So it was one of those things where it worked for my channel. Like, it was, and I think that's the cool thing about YouTube. Like, there's like certain things will work on certain channels, but because of the who's following you really depends on your style and what you're into and stuff like that, where there's no like cookie cutter way of doing it. I think like you have to kind of figure out what your channel,
Yeah.
and
What
your
what
thing
you've
is.
built,
Yeah.
and what you kind of do well on the platform. So I think that's the unique part about it, though, like because people are gonna follow you for you, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
and so it's like, okay, well, this is what you could tell when somebody's really passionate about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like
People
come and
like
watch-
that.
Yeah, 100%. So that, I think for me, that was something that resonated with the audience that I was trying to build.
Totally.
So yeah, it's just been crazy. Like, it freaked me out. So at the end of, but by the end of beginning of June, I went from at the beginning of May I was at 15,000. By June I was at 30,000. So I doubled my subscribers in a month.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
crazy. That's
Which was crazy.
massive growth.
Which
Yeah.
was crazy. It freaked me out. I was like, oh, this is nuts.
I'm
so
scared.
I was like, yo, like Game of Thrones is the largest, most popular show
In
on
the
on the
world.
planet. So I
In
was
the
like,
fucking
you know
universe.
what? I'm gonna do that. So that's what I decided to do.
That's dope, man.
What's up, dude?
How many views is that Game of Thrones video? We literally just recorded and you uploaded. You recorded last night. You uploaded this morning. Right?
Uploaded last night at like 2 a.m. And it's at 41,000.
Nice, dude.
41,000.
Wow.
That's dope.
awesome.
So it's
That's awesome.
It's crazy. So it's exciting though. Like I genuinely like doing stuff like that, and like they love the group stuff too. So like, go to have different people in the videos, and people they like that community vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
having people's theories on there, and you can talk in the comments and
Yeah.
Yeah.
talk about people's theories. It's fun. And then like some of the theories that I read, I actually do a video on. I'm like, yo, this is dope. And then I'm like, yo, this one person said X, Y, and Z. Like, let's talk about this theory. Like, cause it's fun. Like, it's cool to do because you would do that with your boys.
Totally,
or your,
dude.
Or your girls.
And
or
then you start
whoever.
like piecing it together like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. So
I think
Awesome, man.
your audience is starting to see that, and like that growth that you're seeing is exponential. And I think the moral of the story here for anybody who's trying to start a YouTube channel is make content that you're truly passionate about, and don't just try to get views.
Facts.
Because you pivoted your strategy to do something that you were actually interested in, and your audience immediately was receptive to it, which is pretty impressive. That's like unbelievable. That's
it's scary.
I remember watching your channel first start.
Yeah.
Because we've known each other for years. I remember you first started your channel and you were getting like 10, 20 views per video. And now it's like 40,000. Like that's how more than we have on our last episode of the Isma Vlogs. Speaking of which, first episode of the Isma Vlogs is now on.
And it's fly, by the way. That's
Yeah.
super fly.
It shows
Hey, you're
you
in that teaser, bro.
I saw. I was like, oh, that's
I got you, man.
this beautiful studio we're currently working in. We show you exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
We show you exactly what it looks like and where it is, and you can see exactly where we're working and what we're doing. Seriously, guys, please support the vlogs. That's what's
Yeah,
going to help us
sure.
grow as a channel. Sorry, just had to pivot to that.
No,
real
I
quick.
think and one of the biggest things, like for me, and I've said this multiple times, like this channel has been such an inspiration on what I do, because you've always been like, okay, we've done this video, how are we gonna push the envelope again? Like it's always like, okay, we've done this already. What's the next thing? You know what I'm saying? So it's always cool to like, even though it's different type of content, it's just that elevation strategy. Of like,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
like we've done this. This is now the baseline.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna jump. Cool. Now that's the baseline. So it's interesting
Yeah.
because you see a lot of channels that do elevated content,
Yeah.
but it kind of becomes stagnant. They kind of get in their little groove of whatever they do, and there's no push after that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's cool to be surrounded by people that want to keep pushing.
Bro,
Yeah.
and challenge
So
themselves.
it's super inspiring
yeah.
for me.
It's unfortunate because it seems like a lot of the audience don't always want to see the creator continue to push the boundaries of what they can do. They see something that they like and they just want to keep on seeing you do that over and over and over again at the same like level of quality. And it's very interesting. So I think a lot of creators kind of get caught up in that in the day to day. So it's good to see that a lot of people are that want to push the boundaries.
Yeah.
So push it to the
Push.
limit.
Oh,
All right, well, good job, man.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, dude. I'm hella proud of you.
Let's
thanks.
What?
Happy
Okay.
birthday.
happy birthday,
Hey, man,
Adonis.
thanks though. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So happy
Thanks.
birthday.
I appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
Hey, happy
early
birthday,
birthday.
Tony.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
early
Tony.
birthday for next year.
Thanks. I appreciate it. You're the
you,
first.
You're welcome, man.
I am the first.
Actually, about my birthday, guys, what do we want to do?
Twerk.
I don't
is your
know.
birthday?
Can we talk about it after the show?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Hey,
guys,
Tony,
we're gonna
happy
talk about it
early
after the show.
birthday.
Hey guys, tweet at walk on Tony and tell him what you think you should do for his birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's so we don't talk about Game of Thrones often. That's a lie. We always talk about Game of Thrones. Why? Because we love it.
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty fly.
Let's talk about that episode from last night. This episode does contain spoilers.
It's riddled with spoilers, probably for the whole series.
Because
What about
Yeah,
seriously
probably.
with spoilers? What about seriously with spoilers?
So this episode, seriously guys, this episode does contain spoilers. We will be talking about seasons 1 through
Now.
6, 7, episode 1. There you go. Okay, so
Eloquent.
eloquent, yes.
Yeah.
That's eloquent is my middle name.
no, it doesn't.
So, Danny Danger Eloquent Shepherd,
The third,
the third.
the
The
fourth,
third. There's more of you.
Esquire,
Esquire, MD,
Lord of Winterfell, Lord of the
There's more of
Andals,
you.
first of his name,
OBE.
third of his name.
United.
I'm about to say, I was first and third.
So, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yes.
What a way to open the episode, you guys.
Yeah. What an opener.
I was just like,
That cold
damn.
open.
The reverse red wedding.
Yeah, dude.
The reverse.
Trail.
Reverse. Everybody.
I thought
clap
it was
your
a
hands.
flashback at first.
Wow, I'm legitimately impressed by what just happened. You three were straight coordinated on that one.
Hey, if you don't know the song, you don't know the song.
It's true.
It's not an iPhone. It's not an
Hey.
iPhone. Next.
Glad.
Jeremy was just talking about the way that the episode opened.
Yeah. It was like a cold open. I thought it was a flashback at first, but then I
Sames.
realized Game of Thrones doesn't do flashbacks. So,
So,
how is this?
And that dude's hella dead.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh shit!
Dude, when it was doing like the close-ups of them pouring the wine, I'm like, they're doing a lot. This wine means something.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
doing a lot of.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot of
see.
inserts of that wine right now.
Dude, Tony's reaction was the best because Tony
Yeah, it
was just
was.
sitting there. Everyone's just quiet watching.
I was
He's like-
deep in thought.
And Tony's like, "Oh shit, it's Arya."
Because I feel like
And then
everybody was on the
everyone starts
train and they're just
dying.
waiting, slow motion shot of Tony, come on. And I'm just in a proverbial just battle with gravity, just running at the train trying to get there. And when I got there, it was so worth it. So worth it. Because I was just like,
I'm on the train.
oh, dude, everybody was like, yeah, dude, I know.
You were literally laughing when people were dying. It was great because
I was like, oh, yeah, you motherfucker.
It's sweet justice, especially for you. 'cause,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, your favorite character was
Yeah.
Rob.
The Red Wedding, I actually talked about this on Snapchat. Red Wedding had a really terrible experience for me because that was the first time I ever watched Game of Thrones on time. So
Yeah.
I binge watched all the way up to that point. And obviously the last like 6 episodes before the Red Wedding was like hype
Right.
because I was
Yeah.
catching up.
Yeah.
And you also have to take into context what was happening. And then the Red Wedding was I watched that right
night
as it
of
was
premiere?
released.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, God damn you.
Damn.
So those live reactions you saw of people like running at their TV and like crying, that was me.
I believe it.
That was me.
I 100%
I just
believe
didn't.
it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no
so painful.
record of it
yeah.
So
on the internet. Yeah, it was. So watching this was a very cool experience for me. 'Cause
Hell yeah.
It's like you caught up. You binge watched just for this, just to cry.
Judge Justice.
What's the actor's name?
Guy that plays Walder Frey?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's great.
Filch.
Bro.
He's amazing.
His performance was incredible.
We
He was
You saw him gradually go from Frey to Arya. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was so good, dude.
I forgot that, dude. I legitimately, for a second, forgot that it was an actor playing playing Walder Frey, playing Arya Stark.
Yeah.
And
You thought it was Arya Stark.
dude, yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, because I instantly, the second I saw him, I was like, as soon as he said a word, I was like, it's Arya, and I was just waiting for confirmation. And as soon as I saw everything happening, because I was like, they only did flashback, I think, one time in the show.
Yeah.
So, and I know this isn't a flashback, so I was just waiting for the ticks, and then you can kind of see him like, looking around, and you can hear it by the way he's saying things. That this is like, there's a very stabbing way that he's going about conveying his his message to the
Yeah.
group, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh my god, is he
good.
gonna kill all these
this
fools?"
acting
And you
is so on point.
And you see her walk away with a smile like Sansa did after Ramsay died. It's just
Yeah.
like so awesome, dude.
Yo, that last line though.
Oh, girl.
Oh,
That's that.
tell them the winter has come for House Frey.
Bruh.
I was like,
And the North remembers.
the North remembers.
No, she said so. It was the North remembers and winter came for House Frey.
Yeah.
They just like
Winter came for House Frey. That's
I
so
know.
dumb.
Did you guys get did you guys get what? So the vigil saying for Walder Frey is stand together,
Yeah.
and she finished it off as yes, you'll all go together as well. Mm-hmm. And then she ended it with winter is coming, but winter is no longer coming, honey. It came.
It's
And
already
it came
here.
for you.
Yeah, bro.
And the North remembers, and you're just like, oh, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
That's your ass,
That's
Mr.
your
Postman.
ass.
So you're telling me Arya single-handedly avenged her whole family?
Yeah.
She's on. I mean, she still has some avenging
Oh
to
yes,
do. But yeah,
definitely.
Like Iron Man.
she's doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
She's doing it, dude. She's already knocked 2 off her list.
She's doing
Technically
it well.
3 if you count the
What?
Hound.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: you failed.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, this whole episode.
she just left him there, though.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
she left
say,
and she didn't want to do
she
it.
didn't wanna
yeah.
kill him.
Yeah,
What
I'm just
if
kidding.
instead of Jamie killing Cersei, it's Arya?
Arya.
I hope
I was
not.
thinking the same thing.
I
But
want her
Arya
to.
as
yeah,
Jamie.
that would be
Arya wearing Jamie's face.
Okay, I like that.
Oh,
I'm with that.
my
Oh my god!
See, this is
Jan is over there
wow.
like, oh, that would be nuts.
Wow.
And
How
Jamie,
could she pull off? We should wear stilts.
I mean,
No, that's the thing. When you become a person, you're basically tricking. It's an illusion to everybody else.
Yeah.
So so they
So it's-
believe
they're-
that you're this
yeah.
person, but you're not.
You're,
like,
you're still
physically,
not.
you're
Yeah.
still-
Physically, well, I guess technically, physically, I don't really know how the magic works, but physically,
I mean, it's
so
magic.
it's magic.
they become that person.
Yes, it's magic.
to them. So like you said, an illusion.
Yeah. So like when she takes it off, I guess apparently she
Pause.
She
She shrinks.
She shrinks.
She goes back to normal size.
I
So
don't
she's,
think
so
they're going to
she's the
show
Blue
something
Ranger
like
from
that.
Turbo. Got it.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that did happen in Power Rangers Turbo.
Yep.
Yes.
You guys
Jamie
remember that?
Lannister.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Marvin time. Blah, 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 blah.
That would mean that
Mario'd up.
That would
No.
mean that either Arya would have to kill Jamie or Jamie would have to be dead, which I'm
Yeah.
fine with because he doesn't not have it coming. As much as I love Jamie as a character, he's kind of a piece of shit sometimes. So he probably does deserve to die.
No, Jamie definitely deserves to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cersei more so, but
wonder
Jamie,
how-
yes.
No, dude, Jamie doesn't deserve to die. He saved an entire city of people.
True, but he
That-
also murdered several people, including his cousin. Tried to murder Bran for literally no reason other than just seeing him bang his sister.
Facts.
Which I mean,
Facts.
He's
that-
a very flawed character, but if you look at his good deeds versus his bad deeds, an entire city of people. I'm also not condoning
you know what
his
this sounds
behavior,
like?
but it's like he saved the entire King's Landing
no, I
from
mean,
being
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
horrifically murdered in a fire.
I don't think it's a matter of
He's
whether
ridiculous.
he deserves to die or whether he deserves a pardon.
You know what this sounds
So,
like? It sounds like
death comes for us all.
It sounds like Dave Chappelle's joke on Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Have you seen it in his stand-up? The
Yeah.
recent one? That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But yeah.
Bill Cosby is Jamie Lannister. Quote
you
unquote.
just need to go
Tony
see
Smith.
It. Just see the joke. Anyways, continue.
Okay.
Tony Smith, that's the quote.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
Anyway,
But yeah. But I agree. Like
Queen
I
Slayer.
like Jamie as a character because I felt like you were talking about, like the
Yeah.
reasons why he did what he did to like the king and stuff like that. Like when he was explaining, I forgot who he was explaining it to.
He was talking to Brienne.
Brienne.
in the
Yeah,
in the tub.
about like
Brienne
about things that he stood for, but how it contradicted the other things.
Yeah.
And it was like you're living a contradiction all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
well, so I understand, but I feel like they're gonna wipe them out. Like I feel like Arya just doesn't. She's like,
Yeah,
look,
dude. Arya.
if you,
Oh man.
if you are a Lannister,
You are dead
you're
to me.
done.
I was actually
there's
very
only 2
surprised that
left.
she was cool
Or
with
3.
the Lannister soldiers.
Were they Lannister soldiers?
They were Lannister
They were
soldiers.
wearing red, so.
Yeah, they had the red capes with the brown armor. Yeah, that's Lannister. That's a
I mean, she
Lannister
has. I
army.
don't think she has anything. They're not on her list.
what was the point of that scene in the context of the show? Because once it ended, I was like, was that just to show that Arya's gotten
Traveling. That's-
traveling,
yeah.
that she's ballsy enough to tell Lannister soldiers that she's gonna kill their leader?
I mean,
Well, we were talking about it earlier, and we were like, that's a character development scene. Where is she going to kill them later on or not? And we will find out in the next episode.
So
I guess.
it comes, So I guess it comes to the idea of like what Noel just said. Like, if you're not on the list, I'm not going to kill you. So she still does have some kind of morality still intact.
She's
in
not
her psyche.
evil.
Yeah,
She's just ruthless.
She's fair. She believes that this is fair judgment for what you've done to me
or in her family,
or my family or my family, right? And
So now it's a question of whether or not she deems those people responsible for what the Lannisters did, because they, they serve under the Lannisters, but they also gave her food, and they're also like humans.
Yeah.
Like, they were talking about their families and stuff like that, and so you can see her looking at their weapons and then looking at them, and then kind of like, I don't know,
assessing what's happening. Yeah.
What am I doing?
What a crazy character arc she has gone through.
Yeah.
She's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Like,
Can we talk about how Nymeria is in the tease for the next episode? The
From
wolf
what
that's
it
been gone
looks
since like
like.
episode 2 or 3.
episode.
We're assuming that it's Nymeria.
Yeah.
We're not 100%.
Are there any more dire wolves?
but 60% of the time, it
No,
works
but
every
that
time.
may not have even been a dire wolf. It might have just been a regular wolf. You didn't see the scale, so you didn't see how big that wolf was. You just
Fair
saw
enough.
a wolf.
Yeah, and it's heavily implied that it is Nymeria because of the way,
way-
it shows the wolf and then shows Arya looking
exactly.
that way. But movie magic.
I'm just saying that we don't know for sure that it's Nymeria because, again, we saw Nymeria basically as a pup, and if you saw how big Ghost got and like how big Grey Wind got, like those wolves were like that. You can ride them like a horse. So we saw
They're big.
we saw Nymeria when she's as big as a dog.
Yeah.
So.
Facts.
But did you guys know the backstory of Nymeria, right? That she's or the rumor that she's leading a super
she's
pack,
the queen.
A
she's
pack
the
of
queen
wolves.
of a pack.
a super pack of
fucking
wolves.
cool.
That's killing White Walkers.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be cool
is that what they're
because
doing?
every
White
other
Walkers?
wolf has died like it was nothing. So I would love to see wolves actually do something cool.
Yeah, that would be tight.
Well, that's the thing. That would be really cool to see a whole other. That would just give more depth to this world, right?
Yeah.
So now it's not just about we have dragons. We have these crazy white walking walkers who are zombies, but also also kill you and then you become them.
Yeah.
But you also
and
have big wolves.
You got big, huge, massive wolves that
are
also
organized.
that are organizing.
Giants,
Yeah.
giant zombies.
Dude, what if
Yes.
Bran is controlling the army of wolves?
That's what I was
Bruh.
thinking. The first time that
Bro.
rumor hit, I was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Bran has this is like literally the world in his hands.
Yes.
I am
You
woke.
just mold. You could just
You
mold
are
it.
woke.
I am awoken.
Bro.
Okay.
I think really
Bran
like,
stays woke.
I feel like
He's
Bran,
a three-eyed raven now.
I feel like I'm the three-eyed raven. Yo, real quick, why do they keep setting him up, man? They got this every time they sit this dude down.
What?
He got like the R&B pose like every time. He's like,
Hey,
up?
what's up?
or he's like they got him leaned up against a tree like in like a
What up?
one of these.
Laying
I'm
in
like,
that
why y'all
fur?
set my boy up like that? But I feel
Well,
I feel like I personally think this dude's gonna be controlling the dragon.
Oh,
like-
100%.
Oh, yes.
I feel like he's gonna ride a dragon, controlling the dragon.
What if he
Because he
controls
will
the dragon
fly.
that John rides?
Bro,
If John rides
bro,
the dragon.
I was like, wait, what? That's a thing?
I think Bran he's OP in the
Yeah.
game right
OP
now. The dude
as
is OP
F.
in the game right now.
He is OP in the game right now.
Yeah.
What was he doing at the beginning of the episode when we first see him walking towards the wall? Because he
he
he was having one of his visions.
He was sitting. They had him posted up again.
No, he was
Yeah,
having a vision of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
He saw them
Oh, yeah,
coming.
that's right.
That was
Yeah.
him.
That's right. So,
which have giants now.
Yeah,
Three.
Yes.
3 of them.
That's
That we know of.
crazy.
The video reaction, bro. You're like, is that a giant? You're like, there's 2 of them.
oh, there's
There's 3
three.
of them.
Yeah.
I was editing that last night and I was laughing
Yeah.
so loud.
Dude. And they're like, we've seen how hard it is to take a
Yo.
giant down.
Bro.
Yeah.
So these fools have 3 of them and they're dead.
Oh man.
They're
no
already
no
dead.
morality.
Bro,
Yep.
that's crazy, bro.
So we were talking about this earlier about who's going to be riding dragons and stuff.
boy.
You heard a rumor. You read something about
So check this out, bro.
something.
You ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for
Let me
this?
hear if this is what I'm thinking and
So my
hoping
boy
for.
Toshi, shout out Toshi Adventures.
Tosh Magosh.
We were in his place in LA.
Yeah.
And he's playing the Telltale game for Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Now, if you haven't played this game,
Yeah.
I highly recommend
It's
doing
fun.
it because all the voiceovers are from the characters in the show.
Yeah.
So super dope. But it's like side stories that go alongside the story itself.
Yeah.
And there's a mission where you have to go towards the north for something, like past the wall.
Yeah.
And it talks about some camp that's guarded by an ice dragon.
Yeah.
So and this is so funny because me and Toshi were talking about this after the end of season 6. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, what if there's ice dragons? And he was like, no, I don't know about that. And I was like, bro, why not? Like, we haven't seen them because it's been winter. What if they're hibernating and they're just chilling and then winter comes, they just pop out and it's like, surprise, you know? So,
Yo.
and then you have this whole Stark thing with the whole ice. So it's like, we haven't
Yeah.
seen them in the ice, like what they've been able to do with ice.
What if
Yeah.
there's a big ass ice dragon in the wall
So I'm saying, like, that would be
So, okay.
fly.
So here's
and like
this.
it breaks and you see this
Boy.
ice dragon emerge?
Yeah.
And
so
the
that's-
dragon blows ice instead of fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Damn.
Dude.
And he has,
right
blue,
now the
and he has
current-
blue eyes.
It could be-
and he's white.
So I was thinking one of two
Okay.
things. So either the ice dragon is inside the wall, and that's like the last line of defense if the wall ever falls.
Okay.
Against the White Walkers, or when they were talking about where the Hound was seeing in his visions in the fire, where the wall of ice meets the sea, is a mountain that looks like an arrow. Right? Is that what is that?
Dragonstone?
Dragonstone?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
Dragonstone. Remember, because
Yeah.
Sam went and looked at that.
So, what if there's a dragon inside of Dragonstone and it's encased in dragon glass? And when they're mining for dragon glass,
They wake it up
they wake something up.
like Godzilla.
So they say in Game of Thrones lore, Song of Ice and Fire lore, they say that the wall was built by a character named Bran the Builder, who apparently was able to build like unbelievable things. He had the ability to build these unbelievable
Using magic?
Yeah.
using magic. Yeah, and he was, I guess, like characters continue to build these
Fixtures?
fixtures, yeah, there's like castles, and they just kept on getting knocked down by the wind or whatever. And then he comes and he keeps building up these castles and these fortresses, and they just don't go down. And he's the one who they say built the wall. So,
Bro, can you imagine what it looks like with the wall being built by magic? Like, just it shifting, and it's so massive.
Craig.
That's crazy.
And, big enough to fit a dragon or several. I don't
do you
know.
guys watch Because Science on Nerdist channel?
That sounds really familiar, but
I forget what the dude's name is, but he's awesome. And he just did a video about if dragons could melt the ice wall scientifically. And it's like if 3 full-size dragons were firing this much fire, they wouldn't be able to melt the ice on the wall because it's so thick
so
and
thick.
dense.
boy.
It was a cool video. Everybody check that out. It's
So
dope.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And this, we'll see what happens. So White Walkers can't get past the wall, not just because of the height, but because of the magic that's
Yeah.
lining the wall, right? Now, when the Night King touched Bran, he marked him and made that fortress that the Three-Eyed Raven was in, made that magic dead so that the White Walkers could cross.
Correct.
It
Do you
broke the magic.
Do you think that because Bran crossed the wall, that now the magic is now dead?
oh my god! I hope not.
Whoa. Boy,
Yeah.
that's fly.
You just wrinkled my brain.
Boy. Yeah, bro.
So
That's
thanks
fly.
a lot, Bran.
Turned into
Thank-
vacuum.
No.
Thanks, Bran.
Has anyone ever come back from north of the wall who has been touched by White Walkers?
Dude, we
Not
didn't even
that I
know
know
that
of.
was a thing that could happen. No one who's
that's
ever touched a White Walker has lived,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Except Bran.
except for Bran.
But Bran touched him in the vision, though.
In the
so
vision.
is that the same as in? I mean, because he marked him, but
marked him.
we don't.
I don't
know
know
if
the
that
rules
is
of the
same,
land.
Like, in
Wait,
real
wait,
life.
wait.
Like he touched him in the Matrix. You see what I'm saying?
Is it
Matrix
only
touch.
if he
How long does it
gets
last?
touched by the Night King or by any White Walker?
It's a good question.
That's a good question. I
So
don't
is
know.
the mark
So
from
let me ask.
the
does
mark
anybody
is from the
know,
Night King.
Like
Yes.
the Night King's background here. Wasn't he a Stark?
Let me run a background check.
So he was a let me run a background.
Was
check.
he? I think didn't we see him become the Night King? The character become
Yeah,
the Night King
so-
when the dragon glass was stabbed.
we don't know if the Night in the show, in the context of the show, we don't know if the Night King is a Stark, but we know that the Night King was a man, and he was the first White Walker, and he was turned into a White Walker by the Children of the Forest.
Yes,
Yeah.
So that's all we know.
that's all we know.
That's all
Using
we know.
dragon glass.
Do we know in regards to the lore who he was?
Not really. There's a character named the Night's King who was in Song of Ice and Fire lore in the books, but apparently, according to research that we've done recently, that's not the same guy. Apparently,
The Night's King and the Night King are two different characters. Yeah.
Knight's King, like KNIG.
No.
No.
Or just-
Or
or same
NIG.
same thing.
literally same spelling except
One has an
One.
S.
yeah, apostrophe S
The Night's King was a Lord Commander.
of the
Lord
13th
Commander
Lord
of the
Commander
Night's
of
Watch.
the Night's Watch.
The Knights.
The
Watch.
13th.
13th Lord
Wow.
Commander.
That was a while back.
And John
Yeah,
was
that-
what? 998?
Was he?
Like, I remember him being quite high up there.
It's up there in the hundreds, almost thousands. 998.
Man, y'all haven't come up with no technology
Yo,
yet.
John was 998, and what's his name? His friend
Is
is 999. Who's the
Who's gonna be
Gary.
gonna be the 1,000th? Huh?
What?
Gary,
Steve?
SpongeBob's cat.
Timothy.
Cat.
Snail.
It's a snail.
Snail.
It's a snail, but it's a cat.
It meows. A snail that meows.
So
You call that a
anyway. Let's see. I'm googling the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
Googling it?
I'm googling it, bro.
Commander.
Take it back.
Take it back.
We don't Google it.
Commander
There's a scene where so you remember, everyone remembers Cersei's prophecy told by the witch where her 3 kids will die.
Yep.
So in the book, I can't remember if this is actually in the series or not, but in the book, added on to that prophecy is that the life will be strangled from her a little brother.
Wait, who?
Oh,
Who are you talking about?
The witch said this to Cersei in the flashback. Remember that when she was younger?
Yeah.
When she was telling her prophecy, she's like, you won't marry a prince, but you will marry a king. The king will have like 20 kids. You'll have 3. All 3 will die. And then at the end of that prophecy in the book, I can't remember if it was in the series. If it was, please let us know. If it's not, then young.
And we know
But
you
in
will.
the book, it says strangled by, I can't remember the exact word, but it's a
This is
Valerian
key.
word.
This is a prophecy.
It's a
The exact-
Valerian word that translates to little brother. So that could either be Jaime or Tyrion because they're both Jaime's couple minutes younger than
Yeah.
But it also could be Arya Stark
Exactly.
dressed up
Dressed
like
up as one of them.
Tyrone or Jaime.
Tyrone.
Tyrone Lannister.
or it could be
Hey,
that
you can't call him though.
we
Can't
see
use my phone.
It could be that Tyrion kills her and Jaime is in the room and doesn't
use my
stop
phone.
it.
Dude,
Damn. There's so
or-
many ways.
Or Jaime kills her and Tyrone walks in and sees it.
Who the hell is Tyrone?
with Tyrone.
Tyrion.
You gotta stop.
Tyrone Lannister, dude.
I'm calling her. I'm calling her.
Calling who? What are you talking?
What? I'm calling Badu right now.
Did you find out?
Pays
Did you
his
find out
debts.
Yeah, Badu.
what number night? What night? Yeah.
Yes,
Badu?
John was 998.
98.
Mormont was 997.
And now what's
And then
his face
Friend is
999.
What up, friend?
Dude, who's gonna
So,
be the
dude,
1,000th?
what if the Night King is the South? Like, what if he just wipes out the Night's Watch, and there is no 1,000th?
That sucks.
Probably will happen, dude. That character, like the one whose name we don't seem to know right now,
sure
John's
Steve.
friend, who's now the Lord Commander.
Yeah.
Lord Commander.
This guy is he's gonna die.
He's dead.
Yeah.
guys. He's destined to
dead.
die. The
Yep,
White
he's
Walkers are gonna slaughter.
I don't know,
the Night's
man.
Watch.
I have hope because all the awesome characters are dying out, and I think they've gotten their fill.
I mean,
That's a very optimistic approach.
Yeah.
I mean,
You will be
to
very
honest,
disappointed.
Like,
Yes.
I think it's pretty obvious that it'll be destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the reason why I say that is they talked in this episode how winter has come and it's always past. Like the wall never falls. I think that's like
It's about to fall.
it's like that's exactly why it will.
Dude,
this time.
can you
know what I'm saying?
imagine
Like,
that episode
absolutely.
when that's like a set piece moment of
Yeah.
all set piece
Gonna
moments?
cut to black after it falls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's silence. Or
And
you'll
it's
just
gonna be
hear like
Brand's
wind.
fault. I think you called it, man. I
Yo,
think it's
bro.
gonna be Brand's
Yo,
fault.
bro.
Damn, I didn't even think
Yo,
about
bro.
that.
The question
Oh
is,
my gosh.
does he know that he crossed the plane messing things up, or does he not even see that?
Hey,
No,
man.
I don't think
Because
so.
he's like the three-eyed
Oh
raven.
yeah, you can see it.
He
everything.
should be all-knowing.
Ha!
Or,
Great.
or does he
So-
know that and he is doing it anyway because he realizes the only way to defeat the army of the dead is the resources beyond the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, south
I
of the
mean,
wall.
I imagine if you're gonna face an army like that, you get them out of their home zone, like their
Exactly.
home base.
Totally.
Fight on your turf where you have control.
Yep, where it's warm. I mean, it won't be warm
Warm,
because they're
warm.
bringing the storm, but
yeah, true.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why winter is coming. I mean, winter came.
dude, there's a whole mountain of dragon glass.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Boy.
I didn't.
And it's on
Dragonstone.
Dragon-
It's on
Dragonstone.
Dragonstone
where
where
Daenerys half arrived.
yeah.
Oh,
damn.
oh man.
So blah blah bling blang.
Agreed.
Dude,
By
the
the way,
Lannisters have never been so screwed. Literally
Yeah, bro.
enemies from every corner of the
They're
map.
Germany in 1939.
yeah.
Facts.
They're Germany in 1940.
You're just like, uh-oh.
By the way, did you see how big the dragons got now?
So
Yeah,
Because they
they're
were
big.
circling Dragonstone, and you saw how massive the castle was.
And their wingspan, I was
Yeah,
like,
their wingspan like spans across
It's a large,
several
almost
half.
large
Yeah.
animals.
several of
Large.
those towers.
crazy.
What?
Yeah, it's so sick, bro.
Yeah.
Armagerd.
She's
Also, the whole episode.
she's so bae. Like
Yeah.
She's cool, man. She's a cool
Disciplined storytelling.
yeah, it's so good, man. Like okay, like she was always dope to me from jump, but like her, Arya, to me, their story arcs and John's have just been super sick, bro. Like
Yeah.
John's got kind of boring for me for, I think, from seasons 2 to 3.
When he
wasn't
was a
that
captive.
yeah, wasn't that exciting, but once that battle happened at the wall, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm all in. And now John is like, he started out being the character I was most interested in, and then his story got a little stale for me, and now he's like, I need to see what happens with this dude's story. It's all a bunch of craziness.
Yeah. He's the one in the prophecy.
but I feel like
my favorite
was
background right
Azor
now
Ahai?
is the Hound.
Yeah.
That's my, he's
his,
my
his
favorite right now.
last episode was crazy with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every time we see him, there's just like this. You get like a whole other layer of him.
Yeah.
And like
Dude,
that's,
his character development in this episode was heavy. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His character development in general
Yeah,
is
just in anything.
surprising, and if you told me that the guy with the dog helmet was going to become a major character and
Yeah.
A good guy?
yeah, and like
So-
transition so much, I'd be like, I don't believe
Here's
you.
a question then. Do you think after all of this development and him actually feeling guilt and growing as a person in general, emotionally, if I feel like they're already clearly building up to him, seeing his brother again,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a big ass battle, but do you
Yeah.
think he will kill his brother?
I don't
Oh,
think so.
please, God, let him kill the mountain.
I don't think
I
he
think
will.
they'll
Or
both
will-
die
By
By
whose
fire.
hand?
by both of each other. Like they'll die fighting each other.
Okay.
But
if they fight, they will both go
It would
down.
be an extremely powerful moment if, I don't know, if the Hound has the upper hand and he has the ability to kill his brother in the mountain,
and then
he
doesn't.
doesn't.
but doesn't.
And then he dies like Oberyn did.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh man,
I don't know,
That would
but
be hard
like,
to watch.
imagine like how heavy that would be. His entire life is turned out the way it did because of his brother.
Yeah, and he's hated his brother this whole
Yes.
time.
And then now, after this entire journey, they come to meet again and fight, and he doesn't kill.
I
him.
feel like
That's a
maybe
statement.
maybe he does kill the mountain, but maybe it's more of a mercy kill. Because look at the mountain right now.
Yeah.
He's not a man anymore. He's a
No.
monster.
Yeah.
And maybe he
Frankenstein.
yeah, maybe he puts his brother out of his misery, and instead of letting his brother suffer, he
Oh,
will.
That would be an awesome character moment for
Yeah,
that.
that
Yeah,
would be
I
cool
feel like
too.
that would almost be stronger because right now the mountain is in a state of suffering, and like because he's literally like inhuman at this point. He's a zombie, right? Let's say they fight, the Hound gets the upper hand, takes the mountain down, and then the mountain maybe gets put into a position where he's like I don't know. I'm only using this as an example to make my point. Like some giant thing falls on the mountain is going to burn alive. And instead of letting his brother burn alive, he fires an arrow into his head and kills him.
Gotcha.
Something like that, where he defeats him, he has the opportunity to let him suffer a horrifying death, chooses not to.
I think
don't know.
it's something alongside of that.
That's interesting.
I think because he's in armor now, I think he's gonna fight him in armor, and then I think once he knocks his helmet off to actually see what he looks like, because we really haven't seen what he looks like
Yeah.
under the armor. We
Not
just see him in
really.
armor.
Yeah.
So
We saw him in a
shadowed.
very
It's like-
shadowed.
Yeah,
but
like, we haven't really seen
Yeah.
like detail of what he looks like. So I feel like that reveal will then kind of set that up of like,
Yeah.
what did they do to
I
you?
don't think
Yeah.
that's
You know what I mean?
as strong of a storytelling choice than to have the Hound make that choice on his own free will instead of under pressure.
I
know?
see. Yeah.
Like under circumstances where he couldn't control. So
Either way, that character is
Yeah.
he's come so far.
You know, it'd be cool is if I feel like they're building up toward it that he's going to take over Dondarrion's place, and like he wields a sword of fire. The dude's afraid of fire, wields a sword of fire.
I mean, he had
That'd
that.
be
I mean, he had that
powerful.
moment. He had that moment looking into the fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was a cool like moment of like
that
yo,
line he says
Just
about
my
like
luck.
just my
that's my
luck.
luck.
A bunch of fire worshippers. You guys know Beric Dondarrion's story in the books, right? So his story in the books is completely different than what it is in the show, which is why I don't feel like this is a spoiler, but it could be.
So continue.
So, but this is from the books, and there's a character named Lady Stoneheart. Is everybody familiar with Lady Stoneheart?
Nope. Isn't that
Sounds
Catelyn?
familiar.
Okay, Lady Stoneheart is Catelyn Stark after she's been resurrected after her throat was slit at the Red Wedding. She is incapable of speech because of that, and Beric Dondarrion gave his life to the Lord of Light to resurrect her. And
Oh.
so Beric Dondarrion was supposed to be dead 3
Like-
seasons ago.
Yeah,
But he is
he's
still
here.
alive.
He's still
He's
alive.
right there.
So
Damn.
what? So that begs the question: what is going to happen with that dude?
So
What is his impact going to be? Is it going to be a similar situation, or is he going to die in a blaze of glory?
So what if the Hound dies and then Beric gives his life for the Hound?
That could be interesting.
Whoa,
Wow.
dude, because
There's a lot happening.
we know that they're gonna meet up again, the Hound and the Mountain.
They have
Oh,
to.
totally.
But the
I
Mountain
hope
never
so.
leaves Cersei's side.
Right.
So the only way they're gonna meet is if he's at King's Landing.
Yeah, if it's a battle.
Yeah, in the middle of the battle.
No. Trial by combat.
She might bring it back.
She would.
She definitely would.
She would, but how would that situation arise in the first place? Like, where is he going? Where are they going? Actually,
The
They're
Hound
going
and
to the wall. They're moving north
Yeah.
because
Are
they saw in the
specifically-
fire.
Are they specifically heading straight to the wall, like to Castle Black?
I don't
think
know
so.
where they're heading. I just feel like they're heading north because
That's what
you
the
saw
army
they
is.
saw in the fire, and you saw Beric Dondarrion was like, now you understand
Yeah,
like what we're fighting for. Whatever he said that was along the lines of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was the Hound too that saw it because
Yeah.
Then do you
Hound
think
is-
Cersei is ever gonna go to the wall?
No,
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think she's gonna stay locked up in that castle.
She's too scared to go in. I would
until
stay
Dany
there.
snatches her out of it. I think Danny's gonna.
Oh yeah,
I think she's gonna give him that work. She's gonna give her that work,
light work.
bro.
Light work.
Yeah, I would
Now-
love to see a dragon set that on fire.
my one complaint about this episode is that I kind of wish we didn't jump around as much and we could have spent more time with each character. Like, jumped around less and spent more time with less characters, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
I think you're gonna get that with the next episode.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to, because we saw Bran for 2 seconds, we saw Daenerys for 2 seconds, we saw who else? Just even like Jon and Sansa got like 2 seconds. Jaime and
I don't
Cersei
know.
got
I
2
think
seconds.
We spent enough time with each character to kind of get
to know
what-
where they're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
And it's the opening of the season.
Yeah.
It's I just like there are certain parts where I'm like, no, what happens? I want to see what happens with that character's story.
that
right
happens.
now.
That happens to me
Exactly.
every single episode.
Yeah,
again,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
that's-
it's so good. It just makes me want more.
Why are you so good?
See? Disciplined storytelling.
Yep.
They give you nuggets.
Yeah, exactly.
tiny
Anyone
nugs.
else, and they would have showed you the whole thing.
Little nougats.
And just
Little
did what
nougat.
you just said. Because, like, they know you're watching
Yep.
because you want to see this happen.
Facts.
And it's just good pacing, too, I think.
Yeah.
I just want to find out whether or not Tyrion truly is a Targaryen, because I think he is.
I don't know.
I just want that proof somehow.
We know Jon
Tyrion.
is.
Tyrion.
Yeah, I think Tyrion is a Targaryen.
Tyrone.
No, Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Because every time, not every time, but there are many a time where Tywin is just like, you're not my son. I can't prove it, but you're not my son. Blah, 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 blah. And like,
Okay.
and his connection with the dragon when he was
Right.
unleashing him was like very, I was like, there has
Very
to be something else.
specific.
Has there ever been a because I don't read the books. Has there ever been a point at which a Targaryen was born that killed the mother?
So I don't know the answer to that
Jon
question.
Snow.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Facts.
Jon, Tyrion, and Dany. Her mother. I mean, it was a storm. She was literally born in a storm. I don't know if the birth killed the mom or the storm that killed the mom. But
Who?
Daenerys.
Daenerys.
So
Is there significance to that?
Well,
the death of the mother.
well, what I'm saying is if the mother died giving birth to Tyrion, and Jon's mother died giving birth to him, and so did
And-
Dany's,
and
it
Dany's.
might connect that Tyrion
yeah.
is
That's something that they all have in common.
right.
Well, like, so in the books, the way that obviously the books in the show are very different, and we've discovered that they're completely different, especially like Sansa's entire arc apparently is different. But one of the things, like descriptive features of Tyrion, is that his hair is not straight blonde like it is in the show. Apparently, he's got these strips of white, like pale white strips in his hair. And I don't know, apparently he looks very different than
The other Lannisters.
the other Lannisters. And
Bruh.
obviously his deformation, not deformation, that's not,
So,
but
tying
like,
back to that prophecy,
Boy.
there's only one other person
Yeah.
other than if Tyrion isn't really little brother.
yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
That's fly though. That concept is dope.
Sorry, just to wrap that point with Tyrion. If Tyrion's actual father was the Mad King, and Tyrion's mother was a Targaryen, right? Tyrion's mom was a Targaryen because what's his name? Tywin Lannister was married to the Mad King's cousin,
Yeah.
Targaryen.
Yeah.
And the Mad King slept with. We know that the Mad King slept with, or like I guess, yeah, slept with
Made
Tyrion's
babies.
mom, and they are of the same bloodline, so it could make sense that they would. That you're swimming in the same gene pool that a child would come out with dwarfism,
Yep.
right? I mean
Yeah.
that could be what's
Yeah.
implied here. So I'm just
breeding.
yeah, inbreeding. So
Totally, dude.
That's crazy, dude. Oh my god.
There's so much
This
going
show's
on.
deep, bro.
So many levels.
Only thing I know is for almost like for a fact that Jon has to be some kind of mix of Targaryen.
He is.
Yeah, he's Targaryen stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad's Rhaegar.
Yeah, he has to be.
His dad is Rhaegar.
So that's the
His mom is
so
Lyanna.
Here's my this is the crazy. I want to see some point in the show if we do see some kind of ice dragon,
Yeah.
that if he gets hit by whatever it spits out, which I would assume would be ice,
Yeah.
He's
that
immune to it,
that he's unaffected.
so he can't
So-
turn into a white wall. Like I wonder if he's
Wait, who,
physically.
Jon?
So,
yeah.
so you have that, and then I think
Well, Jon's already been kissed by death.
so, and then I feel
Yo!
like,
So we have
and
no
then I
idea
feel like,
what the rules are now.
but what I'm saying though is, what if
The rules don't apply.
But what if he gets hit by a fire dragon and he's unaffected? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what if he's just completely unaffected by either
well,
one?
this is the
Yeah.
thing. We don't know what's going to happen with Jon now because he has died and has come back to life.
Right.
So we have
Everything that's happened to him before was before he died.
Yeah. So now it's
the
like
rules have changed.
We're not going to know until Jon gets in front because Jon at this point is untouchable because he's like almost untouchable by death. Like look at what he just did, the Battle of the Bastards. The guy was unscathed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how.
Not
but he
necessarily.
was.
He was all messed up.
Unscathed.
But he didn't die.
He didn't die.
Well-
he didn't die.
He didn't die.
Well, how or what's his name? Who came back?
Barrack?
Yeah, Barrack. How is he immune to things, or is he not?
He's not immune to
not.
things. He
No.
literally, as he says, a piece of him is missing
Every
every
time
time he
he
comes
comes
back.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking, like,
Is John missing anything?
I mean, he still has,
still has his
stab
scars.
holes.
Well, yes, that's true.
But,
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
a
was
lot of
it.
stab holes.
yeah, I was messed up. But I just think, like, because of the whole Stark Targaryen thing.
I don't know. There was an episode where he touched a hot lamp. It was in season 1, and it burnt him.
Yeah.
So
really?
so he's not immune to fire.
Okay.
He's
you
not
think
immune
that-
to fire at that
Point.
pre-death. Not immune to fire. Ice, though.
So what if he is immune to White Walkers?
I mean,
There's only one way to find
I
out.
don't know, we're really getting in the weeds here with this crazy theories.
where's the weed whacker?
Well, if he can get, do you think just because he's a mix, he doesn't inherit the best of both worlds?
Maybe. That's also 100% possible.
So not Hannah Montana. Got
No.
it.
Or maybe he can get her, but he can't die from it.
Oh. All right.
All right.
You imagine him just getting stabbed with something and then him just like looking down and then pulling it out.
Damn.
I don't know. That might be
He
a
just,
little...
I just want to see him have a beast moment. Like, just have a beast moment for me.
He did have a beast moment when he beat the hell out of Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
he
was,
did.
That was pretty
great.
beast.
That was
Great.
that
How about
was
that
pretty
beast
bad.
moment when he killed that White Walker in Hard Home when he's just like,
Yeah. Dude, what a
was like,
shot.
whoa.
Bam. And everyone was just sitting. I remember watching that. Did we see it that
Probably.
episode all together? Yeah, something happened, and when that shot happened, we were all just sitting like, "What the? Oh my god!"
Also, notice the difference between what Valyrian steel can do to a White Walker versus Dragon's Glass.
Right.
Dragon's Glass was a stab, and it survived. Valyrian steel, as soon as it made contact, shattered him like a freaking
Yeah,
like glass.
wait, Dragon Glass.
Well, the Dragon Glass. What are you talking about for the White Walker?
When Sam stabbed the White Walker with the Dragon's Glass,
It was like a knife. So
It
it was almost like, so like
Yeah.
it was a knife if it sticks
It's a
into
knife.
somebody.
it broke it. Well, just remember what happened. Like when he stabbed that White Walker with the Dragon's Glass, the White Walker fell apart.
right.
Mm-hmm.
When it got hit with the Valyrian steel blade,
It
burst.
shattered
Yeah.
into dust.
Yeah.
So clearly, Valyrian steel
Has
has
some-
a stronger effect
Yeah.
than Dragon's Glass, right? I mean,
Do you think there's some kind of fusion between whatever it's made out of and Dragon Glass? Do you think it's
I
like a
think
combination of something? Or?
whatever Valyrian steel is made out of has something to do with dragons.
Old Valyria. I got Noel like a
great-
Game of Thrones like backstory
Yeah.
book, and Old Valyria was a hell of a place, guys.
yeah, I can imagine.
True.
Hell of a place.
Yeah, hell of a
Isn't
place.
the legend that Valyrian steel is forged out of dragon fire?
It is It's Dragon's Fire.
So dude? These dragons, bro.
Well, dude, Old Valyria. It was said that it was paradise on Earth, but
Yeah.
it had rivers of lava.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds dope.
Rivers of lava,
down
and
with that.
rivers of fire.
so
from
Vegas.
That's cool.
Got
So
it.
yeah, so Vegas.
So it was basic, and like these massive black buildings that were just made from dragon glass.
Yeah.
Everything was made out of black tarred
Obsidian?
like just
Yeah,
everything
Dude,
was
everything is just scorched and
Yeah.
charred.
That's because
What a-
you had dragons. You had these Targaryens there was thousands of dragons
Yeah.
at one point.
They
Yeah.
ruled the
Thousands.
Yeah,
Like they
so
were like
crazy.
horses. They were heaths.
That's
What?
So they were they would use these dragons the way that they use, like they would be mining all day long for hours and hours and hours. So there
That's
would just
crazy.
be just like fire everywhere.
I mean, I imagine if they had thousands
Hot
of
day.
dragons, they can just create dragon
I
glass.
can't remember what happened. Like there were
There was
so
a-
many dragons at one point, and they
There was
did
a
something
big
wrong.
collapse. There was a
Yeah,
war.
it was.
It was the Dance of Dragons, I'm pretty sure.
It was something happened where one
Like
of
an
the
Avatar.
kings was being like, a total idiot, and he did something, and his entire like I guess we'll say cabinet was like, "Hey yo, don't do that. That's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea,
And then
dude.
what happened was that's where in that same area of the timeline they started learning about what's the green fire called?
Wildfire.
Wildfire. They had this huge stock of wildfire, and apparently there was so much wildfire that it blew Old Valyria straight to hell.
Oh wow.
I believe it.
Yo, that's
Interesting.
crazy.
Yeah,
Nope.
Remember when what's his face passed through Old Valyria?
yeah,
Yeah,
Him
and
and
it was
Tyrion.
like crumbled, and there was nothing there.
What do you think
word.
if they melted down Dragon's Glass and mixed it in with
Valyrian steel.
well, not Valyrian steel, with regular steel, and that's what creates Valyrian steel?
I don't know.
Because we don't really know what Valyrian steel
Steel
is made of. They say that it's made by
It's like a lightsaber.
by dragon's fire, but it's very possible.
We know how you made it, but we kind of don't at the same time.
Yeah. Like, what if Valyrian steel? Oh, dude, best video.
Valyrian steel.
Jon Snow versus Luke Skywalker. And his lightsaber is repelled by the Valyrian steel.
Man,
He's just like, what?
Luke is just like, what?
How many how many Star Wars fanboys will just
they would explode the comments.
just explode the comments and just mash the dislike button.
Yep.
Yeah.
The video would be taken down
man.
by flags.
It doesn't matter how much science you have, magic can defeat it.
It'd be historically the most disliked video on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
It's gonna be an interesting fight.
That
Tell
would
us what
be-
you think.
Yeah, should we do that, guys?
Shablam.
That'd be kind of fun, I think,
Shablam.
actually.
Can we just,
Or kablam.
for a sec, appreciate that production design at Dragonstone?
Yeah, dude.
Holy
Dude,
crap.
those mountains,
Yeah.
those colors.
Yeah.
So I heard,
What about
I
that
heard that was filmed
walkway?
in Spain.
yeah.
That's
So
a
that
walk,
location.
that walkway. Walk down me, I'm the walkway. So, anyways, the walkway,
What?
that
What?
shot of them walking down the walkway
Yeah.
into the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did
Like
they
the ridge
they
of
Those
build
visual
that?
effects were
It's like,
dope.
Did they build that?
The
They couldn't have
beach
built
and
that.
the wall and the cliff? Like,
Yeah.
what? That's
Yeah.
real. That's a
Bro.
location on Earth.
Oh, wow.
Somebody-
So that was.
That was
oh,
in
wow.
Spain.
Yeah, and then
Bro.
España.
when they got
España.
inside the
España.
castle itself, like that production, the walls, the way the stone looks like it's old, but it's charred.
Yeah.
Not just dirty.
You know what's crazy though, and because I binge watched the last 6 seasons over like
Yeah.
a 3 week
All
period.
fresh.
You
It's,
bastard. you
it's
didn't
all
have to
fresh,
wait.
but it's not fresh because I didn't have time to
absorb,
to
and
absorb
sink.
all the detail. Right. So, was that castle ever shown?
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
than that one room,
Yeah.
like
Wait, the exterior of the castle?
the interior of the castle.
No, the interior was only
Stannis.
when
Yeah.
Stannis would be talking to his constituents.
but just the room though, right?
It
just the
looked
room, yeah.
it wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't like where the chair
We got a
was.
shot
It
of
wasn't anything else, right?
we got a shot of the beach.
We got the beach. We saw the room. We saw where
But we saw the beach at night.
where Davos was imprisoned,
Yeah.
which is also on Dragonglass with the girl. That I can't remember her name right now.
But
Shireen.
we never saw
Yes.
the throne though, have we? Is the throne new?
we
Yeah,
never
we never
saw
saw
that
the throne.
throne.
Yeah, that throne was
That's
new
a
to me.
sick ass
The throne was fly. I was like,
Dude,
bruh.
that's that design.
Why you
Oh
want
my
more stuff,
God.
man? You got a cool throne.
bruh.
Stannis, what you
good.
doing, man?
You good? Sit there.
Sit there. You're good.
Dude, you know what character I did not care about at all, but now I do, is Euron Greyjoy. Because that scene was a great ass scene, dude.
I got 2 hands.
I got 2 hands.
I was like,
Damn.
the shade.
Dude,
Where's the
Jamie,
umbrella?
Jamie just goes.
Whoa. Is there an eclipse tonight?
Jamie just. His face is just like. Ooh.
Jamie's getting less and less cool with
Bro.
Cersei in this whole situation as the minute goes
So-
by.
What do you think his president is going to be?
Tyrion.
It might be Tyrion. It's
gonna be Tyrion.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Tyrion or Sansa.
I don't know because like we were talking about this earlier, his main thing is if he's trying to marry Cersei to become king and rule the kingdoms, he's trying to fight Daenerys and her army with his fleet. So why would he go get Tyrion at her base and just come back with that?
Dude,
Yeah, no,
what
I
if
don't
that
think that's-
dude? I don't want this to happen. This would be heartbreaking, but also super epic for this guy, dude. What if he kills a dragon
What?
and somehow brings proof of a dead dragon to her? That would be insane.
That would be insane.
no,
Dude, you're knocking at the
that's
devil's
crazy.
door, bud.
It's
If
possible.
If he kills a
Anything's
dragon,
possible
Bigger
now.
dragons have been killed on this show.
if
I
he
mean,
kills a dragon, dude.
Theoretically. Well, yeah, past. So.
Yo,
as
Wow,
legend
y'all,
has it.
if y'all
Legend
thought
has
Daenerys was crazy, you kill one of her dragons. Oh dear God!
Oh,
How?
man.
You better
what,
run.
What would? How
But,
would
like, what
Well,
else?
First of all, how do you kill a dragon?
I don't know, man. You
I
yell
know how
at
to
it.
train a
You
dragon.
yell at
Yell
it.
at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Daenerys should have watched that movie a
saying.
couple seasons ago. She would have gotten
Dragonheart.
farther.
Hell yeah. Data
But
Squid. Love
I'm
that
thinking
movie.
though, what would be awesome if he did bring Tyrion back, and because she's so vengeful, she decides to burn him at the stake, and finds out at that point that he's Targaryen.
oh shit! What a reveal!
And his hair goes white.
How
That would be
crazy
sick.
And his hair goes white from the
would
fire.
that
Damn.
be?
That would be dope.
Like
that would
the
be
fire
so-
collapses and he's just
And he's
stands
just
from the
standing there?
ashes.
It's white.
Oh,
Just white.
just
It's
Everyone,
like-
Bro, you know
everyone
how
standing there is
crazy
just
of a
staring.
reveal that would be for Tyrion, and
That
how,
would be
and
dope.
how
Can you imagine
dumbfounded
Jamie?
she would look,
Right?
Of like, huh? And he's like, "You missed."
Damn,
Gotcha.
Dude, everyone's just standing like, are you seeing what I'm seeing,
Bro,
guys?
that would be so beast.
that would be sick as hell, dude.
what a reveal.
X-Men, crazy.
Oh,
Wow, this was a very intricate talk about this episode and a
Similar.
bunch of theories on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap it up.
Bow tie.
All right.
We should probably
Skibbity doo.
wrap it up. So, yeah. What did you guys think of this episode of Game of Thrones? Do you guys like Game of Thrones? Do you guys even watch Game of Thrones?
You guys ever heard of it?
You even Thrones, bro?
I know a lot of people.
Do you even got?
That a lot of people don't watch Game of Thrones. I mean, we've got a younger audience, so like a lot of them are too young.
That's
Facts.
fine too.
But when you're old enough, watch Game of Thrones. It's a good show.
And then come back and watch this video.
And
Come
if you
back and
are
watch this video.
if you are old enough to watch Game of Thrones and
Yeah.
you're not watching Game of Thrones, it is one of the best, most finely crafted shows I have ever seen, and it is the barometer for all TV moving forward. I think everyone wants to create the next Game of Thrones.
And for budding filmmakers out there, watch Game of Thrones with a filmmaker's eye, because you will learn so many lessons in just filmmaking and life in general, I guess, as it ties in. Like, such discipline to craft stories like that.
Yep.
Because I know I've seen a couple of opinions on Twitter and stuff and just social media in general about how this episode is slow and they need to pick up the pace. Dude, no.
Not necessarily. No.
No.
The pace,
Absolutely not.
the
Because-
pace will pick up on its own.
Dude, it takes more restraint. No, it takes more discipline to show restraint than
I
to
agree.
just show everything.
Yep.
Yep, stripper.
Especially in... What?
Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
You'll be all right.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm just going to end my thought there. I don't know where I was going.
No, it was
It's great.
totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy's right. If you are a budding filmmaker and you're not watching Game of Thrones, then
that.
you should really change that, because it is everything down from the production design to the cinematography to the acting to the visual effects. Every single part of it is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Crazy.
great. I always tell people this, like me and Danny will get in these like heated conversations about Game of Thrones and what's going to happen next, and we'll be at work and there are several people that we work with that literally say, I'm not going to watch that show because of the graphicness of it, like the
So graphic.
and the
Super
gore.
graphic.
And I'm just like, I totally understand where you're coming from, but if you can try to like look past that, this is one of the, if not the best show I've ever invested in. It's an event. Every almost every episode. There's like maybe 2 episodes out of all these episodes that I've seen, of 70 plus episodes, right? 60 plus that I have been. Oh, this one was a little bit slower, but still, like, this slow episode was better than any other show I've
and
ever
still
seen.
contains so much
Yeah.
fine character development.
Yeah, the development is just
you
sensational,
need.
man.
There's not one episode in Game of Thrones
That is
that's filler.
fluff.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
agree.
all
It's
important.
great. Yeah.
Whether you find the importance in that scene, whether it be for character development or
Yeah.
story progression,
Even if you don't see the importance yet, there
it's
is
there.
something there.
it's all
and
significant.
you don't realize it yet.
And from somebody's perspective that didn't watch it for forever, I didn't
Yeah,
watch
you
it at
just
all,
watched it.
and I just caught on, and it was because of us. Like, no, I'm good. I'm not really into the whole that time period of stuff. Like, I was just like, no, I'm good.
You and me both.
And everybody was like, look, bro, just like my
I
best friend was
love
like,
high
bro, he was like,
fantasy.
just watch it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll watch it, and then. Boy, like I'm so glad that I did, because it's such a, like you said, like I can't even repeat all this stuff.
Yeah,
It's
dude, that
amazing.
entire show is just a masterclass.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We just look at like the first time you see the wall, you're just like, what? What am I looking at? Wait, pause this. What is that?
That's a
Those are
giant
people?
wall of ice.
What? Wait, hit the brakes. What's going on?
You show
Why
up
is
at
that
the
so
wall,
big?
you're like,
You're like, dude, yeah. I remember just the scale of this world. And then you just, and like, just, oh my God, you're just like, what?
It's so strange to me though, like, because I'm coming to all this so late, like, and I'm not a super gamer. I just got done playing Zelda, right?
Yeah.
The scale reminds me of that, where it's just like this massive, like super ridiculous, but gorgeous. Like it's like the weirdest thing. It's like, how can something be so dangerous, but look so beautiful at the same time? It's like, I don't want to go there, but I want to go there. You know what I mean? Like, it looks incredible. Like, it's a ridiculous show. Watch it.
The Battle of the Bastards is one of my favorite battle scenes in any medium. TV, movies, animation, video
and
games.
it's not just because of the action.
No.
The action is the storytelling in this.
Yeah.
And there's so many different layers.
So many different layers.
All right,
That
Cupid.
scene was so crazy.
Yeah.
I watched I think I watched the lessons from the screenplay or a what do you call it? Every Frame a Painting. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
And it was talking about how that scene is like a masterclass in filmmaking and how they know that you have all these preconceived notions that they've set up in like film that we're familiar with but don't realize, and how they twist all of those and flip all of them on their head. And it's a very it's so good.
Yeah.
Just
watch.
Even if you guys
I'm done.
don't
It's good.
decide to not watch Game of Thrones, at least watch all the video essays on it.
The video essays are
Yeah,
incredible.
you're going to be
Yeah.
missing out on a bit of the context, but at least those will still explain the scene that they're covering, and you can learn from those scenes.
Also, if you watch like a story synopsis online, guess what? That is not going to give you the same experience.
It's
Nope.
It's how the story is told, not what the story is.
it's how it
Yeah.
unfolds, not the source material.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's oh my god.
See, that's mastery of your craft, is how you tell your story and not what exactly. It's not exactly what you say, you know?
Yeah.
It's how you say it.
Yeah, because think about the story of Game of Thrones. From what we know so far, that entire story probably could have been made into a single film.
Yeah.
Like that,
2.5
all the
hour
information. You just cut out all the fluff.
Could have done that in a trilogy.
But there is no
easily.
fluff. That's the problem. Like,
There is no fluff, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, the bare bones, overarching
Yeah.
plot you could convey in a movie, but they dragged it out into 7 seasons in a glorious masterpiece.
Yep.
And there's so many characters, dude. Just like, oh my god, this is
I don't even
this
know
is how
how.
I feel. This is how I feel Disney should move forward with Star Wars. Like after they do these films, they should make some kind of world, kind of the way they do in Rebels,
but
like on
live.
anime, but like do live action. You guys have the resources necessary to do this. Everybody moving forward, you should make stories like this.
Yeah.
Because this is how people are going to keep watching film.
Correct.
This is how, like, that's why those shirts, it was, the book was better, right? There's shirts that's going around now, like, oh, I saw that movie, book was better, right? And Game of Thrones, I don't know if the books are better, guys. I mean, they're different.
People
but
who
I-
read the books will disagree, will
mean-
argue.
Of course they are.
I've read the first book. I've read half the first book, and I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. Like it's that in depth, and that's where
You know,
I feel
most
like
of the time, I think the book is better isn't exactly correct. It's just different.
yeah, that's what. and
Because
that's
they're
the cool-
different mediums. You
That's
know?
the cool thing about Game
fine
of
to like
Thrones,
the
though,
book
is
and
that
not like
like
the movie.
both of them are incredible,
Yeah.
just different. Whereas like Harry Potter, I don't know, man. Like I feel like the books are better. Like the films were incredible, and I loved it, and it was kind of like Christmas in a way.
Yeah.
like it was an event.
I don't know.
But
The filmmaking in Harry Potter is still really fucking
oh
good,
no, it's
dude.
amazing. But the books, there was something magical about the books too, dude. Like
Yeah. Yes.
on
Yes.
a more
Otherwise, it
level.
wouldn't be $1 billion industry.
no way, dude. What are you talking about?
Franchise. But yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Yes.
Any final notes? Noel?
I love Game of Thrones.
Thank you guys for watching another episode. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you didn't like Game of Thrones or it's not a show that you're currently watching, well, we appreciate you listening to the show, and hopefully you'll want to watch it after hearing our insight on it and how much we love it.
Facts.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at Danny Lachep. Tony's at Walk on Tony. Jeremy's at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys. Noel is at Noel Lachep, and Adonis is at
I'm Adonis Xavier.
Boom. And if you guys like the show and want to help support us and all of our content creation, check out our Patreon. We got a lot of dope perks on there. And you can hopefully help support us creating more dope content. And check out the first episode of the Esmo Vlogs. It is we're proud of where this series is going. And we have a couple videos, a couple episodes in progress. And we're really excited to show you guys, kind of giving you guys a peek behind the veil and showing you guys bits and pieces, like the cliff notes of our lives and the cliff notes of our process in making these projects. So we really want you guys to come on this journey with us. So please, it's a 5-minute long video. Check it out. It's fun, gives you a little insight, and hopefully it'll give you a understanding of what's to come.
For sure.
And check out Adonis's channel, Absolutely Tech.
Hey.
Check out his stuff. Any final notes of Don?
Love you guys, man. So dope.
Hell
so
yeah.
dope.
We all love you, Adondon. Everyone follow Adonis. Okay.
He's great.
Oh, thanks.
We love you, and we will see you next time, or we will see you another time.
Yeah, boy.
Ya boy.
Why? Because I gotta.
Because I gotta.
Because I gotta.
Gotta.
Not gabba gabba.
Yo, Gabba Gabba.
No gabba gabba. No gabba gabba. And we out. And we out, too. And we out, too.
Train my snake.